Dude, this is a crazy episode. Look at all this food we have on the table right now.
Yeah, yeah.
There's one that doesn't look appetizing.
Hey, don't talk bad on him. He's trying. He's trying to shred his stuff.
I'm starving. I didn't eat lunch yet. I don't know about you guys.
So
I'm wondering how that's gonna skew my
my
picks.
I don't care about it because I do love the flavor of them. But the only thing I can see is that there is a slight hint of like cough medicine flavor in the water.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
I don't like cough medicine, and I don't taste that at all. So I feel like if it was there, I feel like I would detect it because I don't like cough medicine.
What is your favorite movie theater experience?
Do you guys have a funny story or a funny item that you like?
Smuggled in.
I was gonna say snuck in. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's a better word. Smuggled into the theater.
Welcome to Backseat Directing,
Where we talk about movies, TV shows, comics, and more.
We're your hosts,
Andrew
and Aaron, with Justin.
We post new episodes every Monday and Thursday.
And on this episode, we're doing a theater snack draft.
3, 2, 1, action.
You thought I was gonna miss that.
I really
You
thought
did?
when you did.
I for sure thought you were.
Dude, that was the cleanest I've ever done that.
Well, you remember it was your left hand, right?
Whoa.
You didn't reach for it until like deep in.
I know.
I was gonna say snaction as well. I was gonna say 3, 2, 1 snaction.
Ooh, yeah, that would have messed me up for sure.
I didn't tell you so ahead of time, so I bailed.
Dude, this is a crazy episode. Look at all this food we have on the table right now.
Yeah, first of all, before we get into this, I want to say like a big thank you, big ups to our man Jay Maddock. What's the Discord name? Jay Maddock.
J-O-Matic.
It's like
Something like that, yeah.
But thank you to Jay, longtime supporter, longtime friend of the show, longtime listener. We appreciate you. Jay suggested and sponsored this episode, so he provided all these snacks for us that you see before you. If you're looking on camera, I think Aaron's going to show you a little overhead shot so you can get a cleaner look at all the snacks as well.
Don't count on it.
If he has the time to edit that in. But we got a whole ton of snacks today. Before we like go into the draft, I'll name what all of them are so you guys know what we're skipping over. You don't have to memorize them, but you'll have an idea of what we're skipping over when we pick something else first. But a bunch of classic movie snacks. And if you haven't got into our Discord, you definitely should. I already mentioned it once, but that's where the idea for this episode came. We took that suggestion. And on top of that, we went into the Discord and asked for suggestions for what snacks, foods, candies, and things to bring into this episode. And we took a lot of those suggestions from the Discord itself. So you could be involved in creating the episode in that sense. And we also, I kind of went online and went to Ranker and found some of the most popular snacks there too, to make sure we got some of the more popular ones in there. Because we didn't want to just pick our favorites and then we would each pick our own favorites and there'd be no competition. That would be boring. So we took mass appeal into account.
I'm pretty sure we have enough here for all of us to draft 11 each.
We have a ton of stuff. So, more than you can see.
We're not going to run out of options, that's for sure. Whenever we pick one, we're going to bring it over towards us. So we're going to be having a little pile of snacks over by us.
Yeah. We'll munch on it a little bit, maybe talk about it a little bit.
Depending on the one.
Yeah,
there's one that doesn't look appetizing.
Hey, don't talk bad on him. He's trying. He's trying to shred his stuff.
It's like, yeah, your pick sucks. You're not even trying it.
Yeah, I know.
Like the Squidward. But yeah, some of them we'll be drafting in spirit. Our slushy, our icy is melting a little bit, so he's looking like he's having a bad day.
Yeah, it's only frozen from here up.
But there's a lot of fun stuff in here. I'm really excited for this episode. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm just hungry as well. So I'm glad.
Oh, I'm starving. I didn't eat lunch yet. I don't know about you guys. So I'm wondering how that's going to skew my picks. You know?
Yeah. I mean, I want to get at some of the like more hearty foods first because I'm hungry, but I'm going to try to restrain myself. The way that our drafts work, by the way, I'll just explain that really quickly if you're a first-time listener to the show. We have 3 of us, which means that we're going to do a snake draft. So Aaron's going to use a randomizer to decide the order of a draft. And then just like when you watch fantasy football or what have you, we're going to take that order and it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. And each time we pick something like Aaron said,
snaction.
If I pick the Coca-Cola here, I'm going to bring that close to me. I can start drinking it.
Is that what you want? So your first round pick?
Who's to say? But then we can also share. The person who picks it, they have the right to choose what they want to share with other people in the group who want to try their snack. At the end, Aaron said we'll probably each have 11. I think we even have an extra snack in here somewhere. You can then vote below in the comments and let us know what person you thought picked the best team of snacks overall, who picked the best 11 snacks that you like the most for whatever justification you use. They're supposed to be snacks that you enjoy in the theater, so these are pretty much all things that you can buy from the concession at the theater. Did I miss anything in the explanation?
I think that covers.
Yeah.
Oh, you can vote on multiple platforms. So each individual vote counts. So if you decide to go over to our TikTok, which we're on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Threads, all over the place. If you want to go to another platform, we might even have a poll on Spotify as well. Go to all those platforms and give additional votes. That team gets all those votes. So one person can give us like 5 votes if you really want to build your team up.
All right. You guys ready to find out the order of this draft?
I'm psyched to find out
Yeah.
the order.
All right. Randomizing in 3, 2, 1. Boom. So I got the list here, but I do want to ask Justin, where do you want to go? If you got to
He
pick.
said 3, 2, 1, and I'm not telling
I
you.
know. I meant to do that first. Normally we talk about that first.
Yeah.
But
I think I would probably want to go third. Wait, which one goes twice?
Third. They go twice the first time, and then first gets to go twice when it wraps back around.
Okay, I probably want to go third.
third.
I think I want first. I feel like there's some contenders that are very popular in the audience mind.
Yeah. I think I would like third too. All right. You ready to find out yours?
Yeah.
We have in first, Justin.
A second.
Then we got Andrew. And then we got myself, Aaron. Getting
He
that double
wanted to
pick.
go third, and
Yeah,
he
you know
got
what you want.
third.
But personally, I think there's a combo in here, a 1-2 punch that I don't know if Justin's got the same two in mind, but I think those are the like movie theater staples, the heavy hitters. I think if you get one of those, it's like whew, sends your team up the list. So I wanted to be in the top 2.
All right.
That's
Here we
right.
go, Justin, starting off with you. What do you
gotta-
got?
I gotta think not personally. I gotta think what is the most iconic
It's a
Movie
mixture of
theater.
both. Yeah, a mixture of both.
thing. But I think for my first pick, I'm definitely gonna go popcorn.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
I mean,
baby.
that's the clear,
Yeah.
that's the clear winner right
That's
there.
the love. Yeah. I mean, that is if you were like, hey, movie theater snack on Family Feud, popcorn's gonna have 99%. That's a good answer. It's a good
Popcorn is now on my team, and I
What?
get to solely enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
My fiance Sierra would hugely appreciate your pick because she has like, especially a deep seated love for movie theater popcorn specifically.
Yeah.
She like would crawl through broken glass for movie theater popcorn. She loves it so much. We have to get one every single time we go. Sometimes we go twice to the theater in a day, and she'll literally buy a popcorn, and then we'll go to another movie 2 hours later, and she buys another popcorn.
It just feels so right to eat popcorn while watching a movie.
It's right. It is. Yeah, it's a tough draw that you got to go first. It's tough.
I won.
I think the number 2. I think the number 2 pick that I'm about to pull out is Aaron just darted a look at the number 2 pick, the heater, but he's gonna have to get 2 things at once. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Ready.
For the second overall pick of the draft, my first pick, I'm taking soda. So
Boom.
right here to
Yeah.
represent it, we have a Coca-Cola, but it's representing soda as a whole. I think when you sit down in the movie theater, what do you sit down with? A popcorn and a soda. That's what I'm talking about at the beginning of the draft. When you watch like that hype reel they do before the movie to try to get you to run out to the concession, and they show a soda that is bubbling with the sound effects and dripping with the condensation, I've never been thirstier in my life. I could have just chugged a gallon of water and I would be salivating for some soda
Yeah.
when they show that trailer. And then the sound effects are so good on that. I think it's the one
Oh,
that Regal shows. And it's like
Yeah.
pop for the popcorn,
Mhm.
and then the soda comes on. It's like, and dude, man, it's
It's a good
Dude, he's
marketing.
got these sounds like
Yeah.
locked in.
Like-
look at that.
ASMR. So
Too bad you don't have like a glass.
I would take all the carbonation out of it. I
Okay.
should do have a glass.
My turn here. Unlike Justin, I think I'm gonna go with more of the personal route because there's so many good options out there. I feel like you can't lose, no matter what you get. And for me personally, every time we go to the theater, I'm getting chicken tenders. So I'm gonna grab these nuggets right here and bring them over to my side.
It's a good pick.
Gargle them down.
It also helps so much that I haven't had lunch yet, so I'm excited.
I actually did
to have
have
these over here.
If I picked what I'm hungriest for at this very moment, I would have picked the chicken tenders. I would have gotten the chicken nuggets because that right now is what I'm like internally feeding for. But I staved it off like
Mhm.
a good Survivor player and took what I thought the audience would appreciate.
With my second pick, since I get to go back to back here, I'm going to go ahead and complete my meal with an icy to wash down my chicken nuggets.
See, I think another reason that's a really good pick too. And we're not doing a lot of slandering picks yet. We'll get in later, I guess.
Gotta show the audience.
Well, he conveniently
Don't drip it
placed
on
the
your
nuggets
laptop.
and the icy
Yeah.
right next to him.
The reason I think that, yeah,
So
the reason I think that's such a good pick is because on the board, there's only 2 drinks represented.
Right.
Mm.
There's soda and icy, and those are like the 2 main things you're gonna drink in a theater. Like I bring in water usually, but those are like the concession is known for selling.
Yeah.
So I think snagging the 2 drinks is good choices.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, you got to go popcorn first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get
didn't
a
have
ton
another
of
choice.
candy at the end of this anyway. So you
Yeah.
got to go for the non-candy stuff
Mhm.
early.
By the time it gets back to him, it's gonna be all bum candy.
Speaking of, it's your turn.
Dang, it's back to me already. I had only really put any significant thought into the first thing I was getting.
Cheers, boys. You guys want one?
I really do. So badly.
I just
Just-
ate nuggets for lunch, so
So you already picked this
Yeah.
before I even picked it, which
Yeah.
means you think it's superior to everything else
I've
here.
just never eaten nuggets at the theater, or tenders at all.
Wow. Well, you're missing out because it's a fantastic experience.
I think I got to go with this in part because it was high up on the ranker list, and a lot of people have suggested this
Mhm.
to me while we were seeking out advice, like friends and the Discord. I'm gonna get
Advice. That's so funny.
I'm gonna get the nachos.
Yeah.
So I think that's another movie theater staple. You know, it's like another of the heartier things on here.
Yeah, you definitely can't leave nachos on the board for Justin to get.
It's
To
just
get
like
popcorn and nachos would have been.
here's the thing. Like
That
the
would've
thing
been
about
brutal.
popcorn and nachos is they both have the perfect amount of saltiness to be complemented by the sweetness of a soda.
Mhm.
That's why I think they are the 2 like.
Yeah, I
best
think
picks.
you got to go eclectic when you take your picture because, like, me personally, I can't sit there and just eat chocolate.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, I got to go back and forth between my like sweet, sour, savory.
Yep.
And if I'm keeping, you know, I feel like my taste buds are just gonna get.
Burned. If it's just salt.
What's that bring
My
us
turn?
back, Justin? You get 2 picks.
2 pick.
They never get 2 picks. It's crazy.
Wow. Okay. So yeah. So now that nachos is off, I definitely didn't think anything past that.
If anybody wants to buy the nachos, I'm down.
Can you guys like pick up a chip and meet in the middle for me?
I thought you were gonna say like eat it close to the microphone. So
That too.
Man, I'm gonna get fat.
Okay, Justin.
Okay, for my second pick, I think I'm going to go with something that is, I think, pretty popular. I see it at the theater all the time, and me, my wife, and friends typically gravitate towards something like this. So I'm going to go Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah,
that's a good pick.
Mhm.
There's, I don't know if there's anything on the table. There's probably one thing on the whole table that I think is a weird pick. I feel like I'm gonna get saddled with it at the end too.
I think there's a couple that I would think are kind of strange.
A
but
couple.
Yeah.
I think there's like one. There's like, and then there's like 2 or 3 that I'm like, not really for me, but I see
Mhm.
the appeal.
Yeah.
Mm.
But there's one that I'm like, what are you? who is really taking?
Why are you here?
I'm like, how are these stacked on the shelves? Like, you know, like
I'm interested to see what you think that is.
I'll tell you them.
Yeah.
Can we move these over here? I can't see them at all.
His
So many more options.
His first pick was actually hidden over there.
Oh man.
So for my third pick, I'm gonna go classic as well. I was gonna give a little ballsy move, but I'm gonna go with gummy bears.
Haribo, a classic.
I think
That'd
these
be
are
lower on
a-
my list, I think.
Yeah, I just think they're like right in between. They're not too sweet, but they're not like bland. So I think it's a happy medium where a lot of people can enjoy them. Whereas these are very pungent with their taste.
Doesn't pungent mean smell?
Probably.
But I get the appeal of the gummy. I like something gummy when I go to theaters. The Haribo brand specifically, I think, is a little tough.
Yeah.
They're like, you got to gnaw on them, you know? You're still like a cartoon dog with a steak where they're like pulling it side to side. I said, thank you.
No, I'm
He
good.
said, go ahead, gnaw
I'm
on this
good.
bad
I'm
boy."
good. I'm good. No, really. No, really.
Like I feel like I need a dental visit after this.
Yeah, it's gonna take out all my teeth.
It comes back to me, right?
Yeah, real quick, I'm gonna pull up our list here. So Justin's got his 3: popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, and gummy bears. Andrew, right now your team has soda, nachos, and then mine is sitting with chicken tenders and an icy. So Andrew, you get your next pick.
I'm really debating here. I don't know. Like, I don't have a good idea for what you guys want for candy. Aaron doesn't eat a lot of candy.
I don't either.
So I don't get a good idea.
Doesn't mean I haven't had a lot of candy.
Well, I just mean I don't get a good idea of what you guys are going to pick next.
Mm.
So like I don't know what, because there's things I might want more. I know one thing that I would take next if I was wholly, you drip it.
That's straight liquid.
It looks like you dripped a little bit onto your nuggets too. So this is a highly visual episode, by the way.
Yeah, and
Spotify does have the video though, so if you want to watch it.
for the 3 people that watch it on Spotify and Apple.
I was looking on Spotify the other day. I actually had to re-download and log into Spotify for podcasters, but it's decent. It's
The numbers,
more than 3.
The numbers overall are pretty good. Like all-time numbers for our Spotify seem like pretty high. But when you break it down to per episode,
We have 69 like followers or listeners on there. Stop it.
that's a good number right
That's
there.
pretty good though.
But okay, so I have my personal pick, but I'm actually not going to go with my personal pick. I'm going to go with something that I think is just super, super iconic for the theater. And there's 2 of those on here, but I'm going to go for my personal pick of the 2. It's Reese's Pieces.
Oh dang!
Mm.
He said 2. I thought it was something else.
I think there's 2 things for me that were on here that are like, I mean, for one thing, like Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces, whatever you're going to call them, I really genuinely don't care. They are delicious.
Those like tiny ones.
They're not like the minis.
I only know about.
I'll show you. But they were like really popularized in ET because the kid fed ET Reese's Pieces. And
Best marketing in a movie.
yeah, and
I feel like these are newer than that.
I've never seen. I don't think I've seen that. Oh jeez.
That's
man.
kind of avalanched out of there. Do
He
you want
just
some?
gave you his whole team.
You can just try some. Oh, good.
They look like M&Ms.
They're really, really good.
Okay, I didn't finish eating my
So
popcorn. So,
I kind of like being in the middle now. I hope I didn't miss anything. I hope you guys don't take what I want.
those are good. They're like M&Ms, but different.
There's so much on the board though. I have no clue what you guys are gonna take.
Yeah, this is tough. Again, I have to stick with personal preference.
In case you missed that.
Oh, look, a burger. Okay, I'm looking around. Whenever I go to the theater, I want chicken nuggets, and then I want this piece of candy with
I
me.
want ices.
Ices. Honestly, I've never had an icy while at the theater before because they charge like $10 for an icy, and I can't get over that hurdle.
I bought one the other day. It was delicious.
Because ices are normally like $3. But for my next pick, I'm gonna take Skittles.
Dude, we have 3 kinds of Skittles on here, by the way.
Original Skittles, right? Where's the? Oh,
Yeah, original Skittles right here.
Oh, I meant to say what we have so you guys know what we're skipping. How come nobody reminded me to do that?
It's okay. They'll see it as we get it. It's kind of redundant. Yeah.
I forgot to remind you.
And
And
then
we also forgot to buy Twizzlers. We had Twizzlers.
Oh yeah,
That's
we
a
did.
classic movie theater snack.
We did. They just
Can we-
only had a gigantic bag.
It just didn't make any sense to put a pound of Twizzlers on the table with everything else being 2 ounces of
I'm
candy.
going to the theaters.
Me and my 6 best friends.
Yeah. Okay, for my next pick, I love this snack. And that's going to be, I need some chocolate in my life over here. And I'm going to go ahead and go right towards that Kit Kat bar. I can just hear it like cracking as I pick this up off the table. We got Kit Kats over here joining my team.
That's an exemplary pick. That is one of the things that I personally would have wanted to have on my team. I just love Kit Kats because I feel like they're balanced really well.
Yeah.
The wafer and the chocolate, it's not like too rich in chocolate. Like I don't want to sit there and eat like a whole chocolate bar.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the way Kit Kats kind of have balance of flavor.
This is perfect size.
They're very
too.
airy.
You got 4 of the little sticks in here.
No, that's not enough Kit Kat for me. I want
Okay.
easily double.
That's enough for me.
Yeah, I think this is good. Could I eat more? Yeah, absolutely. But then I'll feel like not very good after.
I buy the sleeve of the minis, like the
Yeah.
ones that, and I just eat the whole.
I
Sleeve.
bought one of those big like family shareable bags the other day that were unwrapped. Big mistake. Gone in 2 days. Gone in
Oh,
2 days.
oh.
They were gone so fast.
You gotta watch yourself. You gotta like put them in a bowl because
Yeah,
just keep
it's
eating.
better when they're individually wrapped. It kind of slows you down a bit. I just had them right in the fridge door every time I opened the fridge. Boom, 3 or 4.
No, Kit Kats are a great candy. Can I get another nugget?
Yeah, man, absolutely.
You guys want popcorn?
I mean,
vibing
my
eating this
meal
popcorn.
over here. So this brings us back to Andrew.
Where does that bring you?
We're cruising.
Back
Back
to
to
me.
me.
You don't have to say that every draft.
Every
You
draft.
don't have
I gotta get it in there once.
No.
Why am I always 2? Because I've always find myself saying that.
I mean,
I guess I could say,
At any point of the draft, it does come
you're
back
not
to
wrong.
the person.
You're not wrong. Shut up. We get it.
You know what you're not always two for? Which draft? The box office draft.
Always one.
Mm.
Number one. Okay. So I really need something sour, I think. I need something sweet and sour. But there's like a lot of good stuff left on the board. And
Well-
I kind of want to get like the more popular stuff instead of just I want a well-rounded team. But since we're each getting 11, why don't I just say screw it to getting a well-rounded team and get what I think is really popular?
See, copying my style.
I'm just getting whatever I like.
That's smart. That's a smart take too. I
Yeah.
mean, people I feel like will resonate with that.
Yeah.
Where
But
are they?
also-
I'm gonna take classic M&Ms. I
Ooh.
feel like whenever you go with
Yeah.
something classic, you get mass appeal. I feel like everybody likes M&Ms, and that like if you see that "Let's all go to the lobby" commercial,
Yeah.
I feel like M&Ms are up there, right? They're one of the
Yeah.
dancing little things.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
that iconic.
Super Bowl commercials on point.
It's honestly surprising to go this late because I feel like when you do like drawing of like a generic movie theater snack, it's like popcorn, soda, M&Ms.
Ices.
Icy slides in there too.
I was gonna pick M&Ms instead of Skittles, but then I knew I was gonna take Kit Kats right after, so I didn't want to go
Double
double
chocolate.
chocolate right away.
Like every other time I see you, you're eating a bag of Skittles.
Yeah, I
It
eat
feels
Skittles
like
a
you're
lot.
just like
Yeah,
while like pumping iron, you're just like Skittles.
It's a very Arron snack.
it is. It is.
Oh, is it my turn?
Yeah.
Oh, dang. So, okay, yeah, I think this is gonna be my first random pick.
Eyes closed.
But
The
I-
claw.
I do love.
He doesn't understand.
So what?
You haven't seen Toy Story.
Oh
You
no,
probably might get the reference though. It's a meme.
I
He
thought you
didn't
were
laugh.
Saying Iron Claw, like the claw.
Are you kidding, bro? Somebody hate on him in the comments for me, please. He hasn't
Yeah.
seen Toy Story.
That's what I meant. Just the claw.
I don't know. I mean, you
Just
could really aggressively
rumble.
want Whoppers. Who knows?
If it was the Iron Claw reference, it wouldn't be. Nobody'd be laughing. It'd be like the claw,
Sad.
the void.
Die. Die. Die.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna pick something most people might not get, but I actually love, and it adds a little bit of spice to my
Ooh.
team.
Ooh.
So we're going hot tamales.
Nice. A little bit of spice. Very good. Very good.
That was the one.
That was the one that you didn't think was. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Have you tried these?
I don't think I've ever had a hot tamale.
They're good. They're just
Why would I
something.
want a hot? Why would I want a hot cinnamon flavored candy?
Is it?
If you love cinnamon and you like a little bit of spice, then it's made for you, and I do.
That doesn't sound like candy.
I like them too.
They're not that spicy though. They're just
Aaron
like
picked
they
these
got
off
a
the shelf.
tiny
I
little
never in a
kick.
million years would have picked it for that episode. I think that's a
You picked it for me then.
strange.
Yeah, I like them. I wouldn't
yeah.
have picked it this early, but I do like those.
We got salty, we got sour, we got a little bit of spice with cinnamon, we got regular sweet. I think my team's forming pretty well.
What do you have to drink?
You guys didn't get a third drink.
You went first. You could have picked
Yeah.
whatever you
I
wanted.
had to get popcorn.
You can't help but notice that was by design. The two people that picked all the snacks, there's only 2 drinks for them.
I just showed up. And then for my next pick, I'm gonna even out my team with Andrews. I'm gonna get peanut M&Ms.
Yeah, that's a good pick. I love peanut
I think
M&Ms. Put them in the
it's one
fridge,
of-
get them chilled a little bit.
Yeah, it's one of the only like candies on the table where I think it can be argued that it's just as good as the originals, if not better in most people's cases. So
Get some healthy fats.
peanut,
And some nuts.
peanut, peanut M&Ms.
I like it. While we're drafting these, what if we throw in some movie theater talk? We haven't been doing this the whole time, but maybe halfway through is a good place to add it in. What was your guys' last movie theater experience, and how was it?
Romulus.
Romulus?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
I saw it at Cinema 6.
Oh, really?
Which is a smaller theater,
Mhm.
but this time there was no knowing people. It was great. The only bad
Was
thing
it just like your
there
group
was a
of
good
friends,
amount
or
of people. No, it was just me and my wife.
Yeah.
But I picked the front row because I remembered being far away, but it was actually close. So we were kind of like, leaning like that.
The front row is
But-
horrible. I went and
Yeah.
sat
Yeah.
down in the front row. Literally, last time I went, talk about last movie theater experience. Sierra asked me to go refill her soda. I walked down and I was like, I wonder what the front row feels like. I sat down in it. It was IMAX.
Oh,
The trailer was playing. A trailer for not a movie, but for like a car or something. And I was like, craning my neck. I was like, what is happening on the right side of the screen? Wait, what happened? What's
Did I
happening
tell
on the left
you
side of the screen?
about my Man of Steel experience?
No.
We went to see that IMAX 3D because it was the last ticket available, and there's 4 spots in the 5th row in the IMAX screening area. And it was with my family, so my sister and my parents. We ended up sitting on the right side. I was like this the entire time. Keep in mind, 3D. So not only am I having to go like this, but I'm also dealing with it feeling like it's right in my face. One of the best movies ever because of that reasoning.
Dude, a 3D, what a throwback right there.
Yeah.
Dude, you could be right up in Henry Cavill's job.
Dude, the flying fight sequence at the end, holy crap, it looks so good.
Superhero landing right on your face.
Henry Cavill superhero lands in your lap.
No wonder you like him so much.
Yeah, that's so. My most recent movie theater experience was, I think, last Wednesday, going to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. It had an IMAX re-release, so we went to AMC. I actually purchased this, which is totally separate. This is because they were doing a Dolby re-release of the Batman. Purchased this beautiful bat signal that's actually doubles as a popcorn bucket.
When that light hits
It lights up. Boom! It's not just a call; it's a warning. And it opens up, and you put popcorn in there. Super cool. But it was.
$75.
I'm glad you actually asked about this because this was an amazing movie theater experience. I go to the movies a lot, as you guys know, if you watch the show.
Yep.
And Everything Everywhere All at Once was not in a theater near me when it originally came out, even though we tried to see it because it was like making big headlines. We couldn't, but now we had a theater an hour away that was showing it, so we drove to St. Pete and watched it. And it was like, my Letterboxd review says 5 stars. Seeing this movie in IMAX was a religious experience. That movie won a bunch of Oscars for a reason, because it's amazing. And the scene where Joy is like splitting between the different realities, and it's like super quick match cutting her into different realities. I was like blown
Very
away.
cool.
I was leaning back in my seat in the IMAX theater with those bright colors and huge screen, and I was like, man, somebody with epilepsy would be having a seizure right now, but I don't have epilepsy, so I'm just taking in this gorgeous scene. And it literally was mind-boggling. Like after it ended, I was like, man, it was one of the coolest things I've ever experienced in theater. So I'm so glad I went to go see that in IMAX. It was so much fun. The theater up there is really nice.
My last experience was also Romulus.
Mhm.
And we've talked about it before in the show, but I wasn't super excited heading into it because we just watched a bunch of alien movies before and I didn't really connect with them too much. This movie blew me away. It was so good. And we did a whole review on it, so I won't talk about it too much. But
Where'd you guys go?
we went to Spring Hill, right?
I still haven't
For that
gotten
one.
a chance to try that one.
Yeah, we went to Spring Hill for Romulus.
Yeah.
Also earlier, I think I said Joy getting match cut into different
Yeah.
universes. I meant the part with Evelyn, because
Oh.
there's different parts for both of them. But the part with Evelyn in like the third act where she's like green screened. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to correct myself.
Okay. Very good.
It's been boiling at his for the last 30 seconds.
It's like, dang it, I messed up. I messed up. I messed up.
I
I
know.
messed up.
I know what I'm talking about.
All right, back to the candy. Back to the snacks, Andrew. I believe it's your turn.
It's always my turn. There's a lot of.
this leave you?
Back
to me.
It's like make my head like superimposed.
I can make another meme.
Remember when you did the Bill Nye the Science Guy thing for our old videos? That's a super niche reference.
Dude, that's a throwback right
Nobody's
there.
gonna understand that.
Only Zach will
Yeah.
understand what we're talking about.
I was gonna say that if Zach was listening. Okay. I'm not like a big sour person. I feel like
It's like, pick these.
I just couldn't see the name.
I feel like my team's gonna be missing like the sour love.
Right as Justin pointed to sour strips.
That's what it says. I was trying to
That
figure it out.
is
I've never heard of those.
I think sour strips is a little more unknown
Yeah.
to the major
we
populace.
got a suggestion from some random person.
Are those like not? They're just unbranded. Like they're just called sour strips, or that's the
No, that's
actual
the brand.
name.
That's the brand, yeah.
Sour strips.
Hmm.
That hadn't been taken.
He's actually
Yeah, I was like,
he's actually a YouTuber and started the candy company, and now it's like a multi-million-dollar candy company.
Yeah, it's huge now. It's literally held in Walmart.
I would watch his videos.
you're not messing around with me. Right
No.
now, right?
No, that's
That's
serious.
crazy.
Yeah, I'll show you his page after this.
That's
Max Tuning.
Max Junie.
I'm
Well,
between-
so you want to pick that, right?
I'm between two right now.
They're honestly very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, not gonna lie.
I'm going to take the wild berry Skittles.
Yeah, good pick.
This is the top tier pick for me. I feel like it's
I like how he was like, I'm missing sour. I'm going Skittles.
Yeah, no,
And there are sour
I know.
Skittles out there.
I'm just not a big sour person, and I feel like that's going to lose me points when it comes to the votes.
That you
But-
don't have something sour.
Yeah, but these are really, really good. I mean, like you said, in your opinion
Yeah.
about that
Wild berries, right?
Yeah, the wild berry Skittles, I think, to me, are superior to the regular Skittles in every way. I just like the flavors more. I like a more, it's an extra fruity palate.
I don't know the last time I've had those, or if I have ever
Let me
had
give you a
them. Can I
handful.
have some?
Yeah, they're genuine.
You asked him to open yours before yours is even opened.
You can't.
I'm slowly still like.
Hey,
You
you
see
want
this?
some?
Yeah.
I've started eating 2 chicken nuggets because I didn't realize I already started one.
Yeah, those are good.
Like, give it to him first and you first.
That's embarrassing.
Hand it over
Say please.
now. All right. Now it's gone.
Everyone enjoy your wild berry Skittles.
Where'd it go?
I think I'm
Oh.
here.
I thought you grabbed it.
Yeah,
I just love these flavors a lot more. So I probably haven't had the Skittles in a while, unless I like took a handful from you because I know you like them. But I mean regular Skittles. When I do get Skittles, I get wild berry because I like them a lot.
I don't think I like these as much.
I bet you would say that right now.
Not just saying that. It's kind
But
of
you
a
are
weird,
just
like
saying.
later taste.
Okay, I don't care about it because I do love the flavor of them, but the only thing I can see is that there is a slight hint of like cough medicine flavor in the wild.
That's
berries.
it. That's it. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
like cough medicine, and I don't taste that at all. So I feel like if it was there, I feel like I would detect it because I don't like cough medicine.
I
No,
love
that's
cough
exactly the flavor that I'm tasting right now.
medicine. I'm the weird guy because
Yeah. All right.
So
My turn.
So okay, yeah, soda, nacho, Reese pieces, M&M's,
So Aaron's got
Skittles,
two.
wild berry.
Yeah. After my first wild berry jumping down the
emotional.
slide there. Woo!
I genuinely thought those were in danger of being picked because
I wouldn't have picked them. I don't think.
I thought you guys would have been more on the train.
He's like,
I would have picked
were
those
cool.
first out of any of the Skittles, but
Regular ones.
yeah, they were off the table.
Yeah,
So
they're superior. Okay. Looking around here, I'm gonna go with a candy bar. I feel like something about just having that bar. It's a good crunch, you know.
isn't Kit Kat a candy bar?
Something about just that.
I guess it kind of is, but it's more of like a candy square.
It's a
I
fatter
don't
one.
know.
He wants to like hold it.
Yes,
He wants to like.
that's it.
Yeah,
I couldn't make the connection.
just
but
get a banana.
that's it.
Like,
That's it.
You don't need candy. Yeah,
honestly, I would be the one to bring a banana to the movie
bro, it
theater.
would probably slap. Not gonna lie.
My next pick is gonna be Snickers.
Nice, good pick. You're not
I-
you and your
that's
The
hunter.
candy bar that gets you back to being who you are.
eat a Snickers, Aaron. You're not acting like yourself. That's a candy bar that is very popular. That would have been far down my list personally.
Same.
I'm just not a big Snickers person.
Yeah.
I feel like it has too much going on. It's too busy in there, and like
Yeah,
get to
It's,
my teeth and stuff. Gets
like
stuck.
because that's peanuts and chocolate. If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do M&Ms.
I'd take M&M's peanut M&M's a mile over
Yeah.
Snickers.
I heard a different P word that you just said. But
But-
then Andrew didn't say anything about it, so I think I heard it wrong.
A lot of people would disagree with us. I think.
Yeah,
There's a
I
big.
think so too.
There's a
yeah.
lot of Snickers people out there.
my wife loves Snickers. She like every week she's wants me to get her a Snickers bar, and I'm like, all right, I might as well just get it on like Amazon pre-order or something like that. But
I'm randomly wondering what Jay is yelling at the camera right now.
He's gonna let us
In
know.
case you can't see it on here, the Whoppers are going undrafted right now.
was that something Jay really wanted?
I don't know. I just think Whoppers are a funny candy.
I do. Oh wait, no, it's not even here. I won't mention until the end. But there's one that Sam loves that he'll always. It's a go-to for him.
Hmm.
But I can't remember the name of it. So
We'll do honorable mentions at the end.
Yeah.
All right, our lists are on the screen right now for everyone to see. Justin has. Do you want to recap your team?
Yeah, and you still got one more, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
But we're all at 5.
Okay. Yeah, my team is popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, gummy bears, hot tamales, and peanut M&Ms.
Andrew?
My team is soda, Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, nachos, and wild berry Skittles.
Boom. And I got the chicken tenders or chicken nuggets, the icy Skittles, Kit Kats, and Snickers. And now I have another pick.
Look at this
So,
guy.
kind of looking around here. I feel like I kind of need something. Something on the.
That would require 2 hands to hold, right?
Yeah, or maybe like I can have one in each, you know, and kind of go back and forth.
Maybe
Huh.
something you can shove in your mouth.
Yeah, I think you can shove all of these in your mouth.
Yeah, but
It'll
one
just
of
be a
them's got
different
meat on it.
experience, you know.
I wouldn't shove that in your mouth.
It looks like
Is anyone gonna draft this?
this looks like it's 3 weeks old. Like It's already grayed out.
Literally
We're-
aging so fast before my eyes.
Yeah, we're referring to the burger. You can't
Nasty.
see.
It's aging a mile a minute, and it didn't look good to start.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and pick sour Skittles.
Man.
I already have Skittles on my team, but I want something sour, and I feel like this is the best sour option on the table.
That's like the equivalent of you picking like Superman and Batman on your superhero team.
Superhero and Batman.
I mean,
The 1-2 punch.
I wouldn't.
It is, but
I wouldn't give them. I wouldn't give them all that.
It's just like it's the same exact.
I'd
brand
say
in
it's
this
like
case.
picking Quicksilver and the Flash.
That makes
That's
more
probably
sense.
closer.
Yeah,
But
take what he
one's
said.
sour. So maybe like the reverse Flash.
I'll take that. Give it to me.
Justin's like, I'd say that's like picking two of the best superheroes ever for your team.
You're what you
I know
said
what
is
you
what I
meant.
was trying to say. Came out completely wrong.
Hey, it's still a good option. I think they taste way better
I
than
think
those
I've-
berry ones.
I've only tried
Oh, yeah,
one
shit.
sour Skittle, and it was like years ago. So
I
I
want to try 2 or 3 right now.
Who is so
Sure.
stingy that they only give you one? Hey, can I try that?
I think it was a. Do they have green ones? Because I'm pretty sure it was a green one.
Oh no, this is opening bad.
Bro, your memory. Wait, were you 2 years old?
I would no. I don't remember anything.
The
I'm
whole side
So
open.
your
Grab a
earliest
little
mem-
bit.
gonna retry the.
Grab more than just one. You need like a mouthful here.
Aaron literally wants you to think he's so strong. He's like, whoops, I accidentally ripped this whole package wide open. Sorry,
they're good.
I clean and
Do you want
jerked this right open. No, thank you.
They're good.
Clean and jerk this wine open. Everyone's like, "What's a jerk?"
It's
You know.
Dash and Aaron. Aaron's the only jerk I know that's not clean.
I have another movie theater question for you guys.
Oh,
What is your favorite movie theater experience?
Like memory.
Yeah,
I have a kind of a two-way tie.
a 2-way tie.
Yeah.
What do you got?
So the first date with my now fiance when we were,
Wow.
I was a junior and she was a sophomore in high school.
Romantic. You guys must have saw like a romantic comedy or something. What'd you see?
Aaron knows that we went to see Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. That was our
How beautiful.
first date. I had already seen it.
That's how you know she's a keeper.
Yeah, I went for a second time because even back then I was going to see movies nonstop. I was addicted to the grind, to the craft. But that was my first date with her, so that's very special. We have this case in our house, this little framed box that has all of our movie tickets in it, and taped to the back of the box is our first date tickets from Batman vs.
Yeah.
Superman, and then it's full to the brim with. We go to movies all the time. She loves movies too, and she loves going to the theater. So that, but then also just last year, I went to see Die Hard in a Dolby Digital re-release at AMC, and movie re-releases really get me going.
Dude, the nostalgia paired with being in the theater,
Yeah,
it hits hard.
This year I saw Jurassic Park and The Matrix, but December last year, it's my favorite Christmas movie. I saw it at Christmas time, and I was quoting the lines quietly to myself, not disrupting anybody else's theater experience.
Andrew's quiet. It's like,
And
I'm gonna die hard.
I'm gonna die hard. No way. Have you not seen the movie?
No, I have. I've only seen the first one though.
He's like, Toy Story, am I right, guys? But so I had a blast.
the Iron Claw.
I was laughing so hard at the jokes, like harder than I usually laugh watching the movie, just because
Yeah.
I isn't in the theater enjoying it, and people were laughing along with me, which helps too. But it was so much fun. I'm telling you, I was that could come up to rival the first date experience is crazy. And then like honestly, Everything Everywhere All at Once is kind of like the runner up to those two. But what about you guys?
Justin.
So, I have two that I can't pick between as far as my number one. My third would be the Man of Steel experience that I already just mentioned.
Being front row?
Yeah,
I
this is like fifth row. But-
saw Force Awakens in front row. Nightmare.
That would be terrible.
Nightmare.
It was really just the ending. All the flying looked incredible, being that close and 3D. It was insane. I know it hurt my head though. But anyway, the last two, or the first two, would be Endgame. That was just, the entire theater was in unison. Like we were all in agreement that this movie was amazing. We all cheered at the different parts. It was, there was tears, there was laughter, there was clapping, all shouting, whatever. Great experience. And then honestly, emotion-wise, was last year with Godzilla -1. I have never cried that much in a theater, and it was
I gotta watch this movie.
and that last scene, man. The entire film, was leading up towards the last scene, and I started having like feelings of like wanting to cry, but I was holding it back. And then something just happened, like a specific shot with a musical cue, and I'm talking like 4 tears just came out, and the rest until the end of the credits, I was just sitting there, tears. And I look over at Sam, he's got some tears. I look over at John, he's smiling because he knows we love the movie. And then Griffin also had a little bit of tears in his eyes. I was like, 4 grown-ass men sitting here watching a MonsterVerse film that's subbed. And yeah, it has to be one of my best experiences in the theater.
That's cool.
And there was no one else there, by the way. That also made it better. So it looked like we pretty much rented the theater to ourselves.
That's also really cool. Andrew and I have gone to theaters like during the day and stuff for showings, like Spider-Verse and Creed and stuff like that. And there's always one other person or one other couple in there.
And like, you
And
ruined
we're like,
it.
come on, we were about to talk through this whole movie.
We want to be able to like chat about the movie.
Yeah.
We never. It's always someone.
It's like, man, we're like so close. We went at like 2.
Yeah.
My favorite movie theater experience is the first Avengers 2012. Kind of same reasons what you brought up. Is that the whole theater was fully involved. Everyone was laughing all at once and cheering when Loki got hit by the Hulk. I'm talking.
Just trying to give you more fuel.
That's how Arron feels about hot tamales.
I'll have some, okay? It's a good pick. It's a good pick. But yes, same theater experience, kind of vibe, you know, where it was a packed theater. I
Yeah.
feel like it's been a long time since the theater's been like that packed, but then also like cheers and laughs and all that all together. Another theater experience that was kind of close to that was Spider-Man No Way Home.
Yeah.
Because when all the like cameos were popping up and stuff, and it was like, yeah, that person's like actually here, you know, and then like
Daredevil showed up.
I remember we went with like 12 people or
In
something.
our
and that-
theater,
and
no one reacted to the Daredevil showing up.
I was
Okay.
looking down the row, looking at every
Yeah,
single person.
That's what I was gonna say. Like
Yeah.
as soon as Daredevil showed up, I like got out of my
Yeah.
seat to look over at Andrew because I knew he was looking forward
My
for that.
jaw hit my jaw may have never hit the floor that hard in a theater.
'Cause
I
that
did
cameo,
not
like-
think he was coming.
It happened seamlessly. Like there was
Yeah.
no build up. Like, oh, a cameo is about to happen. He just shows up, and you're like,
Yeah,
It was that
Charlie
and
Cox.
spoiler alert for Deadpool and Wolverine. That and you know this because we talked
Yeah,
about it.
yeah.
That and Henry Cavill showing up in Deadpool and Wolverine. Those are the two most my jaws probably hit the floor in a theater of like shock. Like I cannot believe I didn't expect this to actually happen.
yeah.
Two of the greatest cameos.
All right, Andrew. While I enjoy this delicious hot tamale, what do you got for your next
I
pick?
want to watch you eat it. He's not even smiling if you're listening on the audio. He hates
I ate 5 back to back, and now my tongue's on fire.
it.
I think this tastes great. It's been a while since I've had them.
Just me personally. Just me personally, because I.
Jonathan Kent, bro.
I'm taking one of what I think is goated movie theater snacks. I get this all the time. I just was starting to get the feeling you guys weren't going to pick it, so I left it on the table. I would have taken it way sooner. I am going to take Airheads.
Yep.
This variety pack comes with 6 different flavored Airheads, and man, if you know, you know. These 3 flavors in the middle: blue raspberry, cherry, and white mystery.
Yeah,
That's
mystery.
3 of the best.
Mystery is the best.
They're
Which one's
so
the
good.
worst? I feel like there's always like
Orange.
a color that's like
I don't
People
know if
try
there's
to
a
avoid.
worst.
I don't think it's like bad, but
yeah.
orange is probably my least favorite.
Mm.
Yeah.
But I mean, grape and watermelon are still super fire. This is a delicious candy, and it pairs perfectly when I have something chocolate. Like go back and forth between have one Airhead because they're minis. Are these ones minis or full length? And to
probably full length. There's only 6, right? Taking
I think
bets.
these ones are the full length ones actually.
Yeah.
Tripping.
Look at that.
Yep.
Boom.
Yeah, I love Airheads. I used to get them back in the day at like Stop and Play.
Yeah,
Get my tickets.
I like Airheads too. I feel like it's a kind of a unique theater snack.
I use them all the time. I guess
Yeah.
maybe they are. I don't really know for sure, but
Do they sell Airheads at theaters? I think so.
I think
But
so.
I think
They
I
have
don't-
like variations sometimes.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Extreme
Lights,
Bites.
Yeah.
Airhead Extremes. Those are
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah. Or like the gushy, like gusher airheads now,
Sure.
which
Yeah.
they taste pretty good, but
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but whenever I have candy at the theater, it's not from the theater.
no,
Yeah.
it's always bought pre-theater.
Yeah, I don't
Save
really
money.
pay attention to exactly what's behind the
I've
counter
bought
there.
candy at the theater one time in my life.
If
Yeah,
I'm
and then
buying
you,
anything,
you had
it's
to
just
save
this.
for the next month.
Yeah.
I literally went into debt, declare bankruptcy. The Office, anybody?
Oh yeah. I did just watch that episode like a month ago.
But yeah, the movie theater stuff is super expensive. So we should do an episode on sneaking stuff into the theater. Creative ways.
Oh yeah.
Justin, you're up, my man.
Okay.
I feel like we've picked so many, but there's still so many.
I know
on
there's
the
still half more
table
list to
here.
make. I am going to go with a chocolate bar.
You sound sad.
Say less.
Because like I really don't eat candy that much or any type of sweets. I tend to usually stay away from it. But if I had to pick a chocolate bar out of all of them,
Does this not count?
I would go.
Hold it to the camera.
Which one?
I literally have to put them all around.
All right, pick one. Anyone?
Three Musketeers.
Oh.
That would have been not my guess. Which is not, it's
I
not,
love those.
it's not
Yeah.
to say that I don't also love them. I love because I feel like Three Musketeers go down easy.
Yes.
They're so like smooth, you know.
They
The inside of them is like a nice mousse.
like
Wow.
a mousse.
Delicious. It's like
Yeah.
mousse.
Three Musketeers is probably one of the best bars I've had. I know there's a lot of other bars that are considered more classic, like Snickers, Hershey's.
I feel like
even
they're not that
Almond
popular
Joys.
though.
These
I
guys,
don't know. Yeah, I don't know why
Yeah,
because
I don't know.
they're really good.
they are extremely good.
Whenever they're in like the variety pack with like Snickers and Twix and all those other ones, I always go for those.
Yeah, because you definitely want those before Snickers, right?
Yes.
Got them.
There it is. There it is. Ross kid just looked at me.
Wrap it up, boys.
Wrap it up. Okay, so I have another pick, right?
No.
Yeah, I do.
I know.
Okay. I feel like, man, now I feel like I have everything I need on my team. Now I just gotta pick
Yeah, just retire.
duplicates. Just retire. I'm
Tap
going
out.
nerds. I'm going popularity nerds. I think there is a lot of people out there who would kill for nerds. So whether they're the nerd, what do you call them? Nerd
Clusters.
clusters or classic nerds, I think equally great. So
That's cannibalism, bro. He's laughing at the way you turned your head.
what does it mean?
He doesn't get it.
Eating nerds?
Nerds.
I thought
'Cause
I
you're
was
a
trying to
nerd.
think too deep.
Was
Like,
that you looking to? His look went.
I look like Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street.
Come with me if you want to live. Aaron's favorite movie line.
Oh yeah, movie seen countless times. Yeah, nerds. It looked
That joke
genuine
was-
too.
What could he mean?
All right, Andrew. Like the saying goes.
I know. There's a lot of good stuff left on the board. I
Isn't
think
this burger staring you in the eye? You literally got a burger the last time we went to the theaters together. So I don't know why you haven't picked it yet.
it's not a bad pick though.
You're not picking this burger.
That
You're picking
burger.
burgers in general.
I know. It's not a
This
bad.
is a visual representation.
I feel like
It's
burger.
a poor visual representation.
Look at the cheese too.
I know. It's gross.
Spin it around, Aaron. Spin it around so you can see the cheese.
Doesn't this thing look like it's been sitting out of the fridge for like a month?
God.
There we go. Now it's in focus. Look at that. Dude,
What-
this is like burger inception. You see it from my camera and from your camera up close. This is cinematic.
Crazy.
Top tier commercial right there.
Mm-hmm. With terrible food.
There's a lot of good stuff left on here. I'm debating. I'm gonna just make a quick pick. For what? I'm gonna go gut reaction. I'm taking the trolleys.
Oh,
Trolley gummy worms. I feel like they get a lot of love.
Yep, by me. I always never mind.
Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I always alternate between those and Sour Patch Kids. Like each different experience I have,
Oh.
whether it's gas station snacks or like theater, I'll alternate.
Well, like I
between
said, I like something gummy, and
Mhm.
these are like kind of sour too, so they kind of round my team out a little bit. They're not super sour, but
yeah. It's got like a very subtle hint of sour.
back to spice.
Man, he really likes those.
he's eating them like out of revenge.
Just these are so good, and steam's coming out of his ears.
He's spite eating the hot tamales. Honestly, though, like this is like one of the most goated picks. I'm loving snacking on these while we're sitting here. The Reese's Pieces,
Mhm.
killer.
Okay.
It gets hot when you put more than one in your mouth.
That's what she says.
Okay. Just move on.
Friction. It's the friction. Makes it hot. Is that better?
All right, let's get back on track here. I'm gonna go ahead. I think my favorite out of all these. I do like burgers. Don't get me wrong. But I don't know if I want that burger. I know it's just a visual representation, but
So we make a deal. Whoever ends up taking the burger has to take a big meaty bite out of it.
No, please don't.
Can we?
that's fine.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone
But I
else.
think we do have one extra than what we have picks. So
maybe nobody picks it.
maybe no one picks it.
I think we should. I think we should do that.
Jay,
This next pick is probably my favorite out of all of these that are left. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Crunch.
man,
Crunch is good.
These are probably my favorite chocolate.
you're a bar heavy
I
type
mean,
of guy.
I would say Crunch is like a super mid candy bar. Aaron's dead.
Take
I
it
feel like you thought he was going to
Take
say
it
something
back.
positive.
Take it back. This is not a mid candy bar.
I mean,
It doesn't have much flavor to it.
You guys are ridiculous.
It has
Like-
crunch. I'll give it that.
That's what it's going for.
There's-
Crunch and chocolate.
there's 3 other candy bars on the table, 4 that I would take before the Crunch.
And there's
No,
only like 4
Absolutely.
left.
not. Don't
There's
be
5.
ridiculous.
There's 5.
Don't be ridiculous.
One of them is not really a bar, but
These guys.
yeah, it's a cup.
The cup.
All right, I'm gonna show our lists on the screen here. Do you want another nugget? So the audience can see what our list is here. What's another theater topic that we could go with? Maybe like a least favorite theater experience? Yeah.
Going to see Trap this year. No, I can't even say that because me and Sierra were leaning over, whispering to each other, making fun of the movie the whole time, and it was
It was kind of fun.
honest to goodness hilarious. It was one of
It
the
was like
funniest.
bad fun.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was a bad movie, but we were funny.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at my list really quick. Too.
I'm trying to think of what mine would be. I'm sure it's like probably like a movie where someone was like talking or something. The
Went to
first
see-
one that like comes to mind where someone was talking and was annoying was Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one, we had someone behind us and they were just talking the whole time.
That's a good movie too.
And I think they were like also coughing a lot too. So it was like, oh, guys.
more smokes?
Oh,
Come on,
yeah,
come on.
dude. Yeah, that was I got one. It's Godzilla Kong, the New Empire.
Yeah, this year
Oh my gosh, dude! Like
best
the movie,
experience is Godzilla -1. Worst is Godzilla versus
because like the movie already wasn't good.
bad.
But then the people right next to us, both of them were knocked out. They were snoring, super loud, and
Half
then
the
the
movie's
other
fault.
set of people on the other side were just moaning the entire time. Like,
What?
don't know what was going on. They were just literally moaning, like, and like
You didn't
someone,
check that out?
and then it,
Was it John?
no, if it was, that would make sense. But like,
That would make
then there was a
sense.
kid who
So-
got scared every 5 seconds. Like any new shot that popped up, he would just scream. So it was a terrible experience.
Dude, what did me and Sierra just go to see? I think it was like Blink Twice, which is like really intense subject matter.
Yeah,
Was it Blink Twice? It was something.
that was just this last weekend.
There was that or The Crow because we saw them the same day, and there was a kid in the theater. It was like an R-rated movie, and I was like, "Who brought their child to this?"
Well, Denver brought his child to
Denver.
Longwood.
I feel like Alien though is a lot more understandable than Blink Twice.
Yeah.
Definitely than
Yeah.
Blink Twice.
Yeah.
But maybe Alien's similar to The Crow, but The Crow was just bad. I mean, I could say like worst movie. One is like My First Kiss. I feel like it was super awkward. That was in a movie theater. I don't even remember what movie it was anymore. Some stupid little movie. It wasn't like a big movie.
Yeah, it wasn't romantic or anything like Batman versus Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, it was probably like Karate Kid.
Sounds like you have a pattern here.
I like going to the movies.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of one that I really
When I saw
Didn't
Suicide
like.
Squad, there was people that got into a fight, like
Really?
yelling at each other. It was like a couple, and they were like disrupting the third act of the movie. It was during the climax, and when we walked out, they gave everyone free tickets to come back to another movie. So it kind of made up for it
Yeah.
because they screwed up the movie for everybody. They were having a screaming match with each other. I mean, it was.
Dang.
I wasn't like mad at it because it was really entertaining.
Yeah, it was fun.
We were like.
But that was like during the movie. It wasn't
during
even like
the
that's
the
crazy.
fight with Enchantress at the end, but like people were watching them, you know.
Yeah.
This
It
fight's
was
more
dark.
interesting.
It was dark, so you could watch them. You know, it's not as obvious that you're what do you call it, rubbernecking. You don't got one?
I can't think of one. It's got to be. I can't
Aaron's
even think of
loved
like a
every
bad
movie.
movie right off the top of my head that I saw in theaters that I really didn't
Dude, I
like.
feel like I've walked out
The
so many
Flash?
movies with you where you're like, meh.
Yeah, I know.
The
And
Flash?
I tend to just no, because that was like kind of fun.
The experience
Because it was
fine.
yeah, because it was. I'm just
All
sitting
together.
there like leaning over to Zach, being like, "You gotta be kidding me, right? Like this isn't real, right?" So it was like an enjoyable experience, but it wasn't the movie that made it
Mhm.
necessarily enjoyable.
Challenge was fun. Me and Aaron both got in for free.
Well, Challengers, yeah, that one was
a fun
good.
one.
That was good. All right, let's get back to this. If I think of one,
Yeah.
I'll bring it up.
Who's next?
Me. I got
one.
one more.
Who's next?
One more pick over here.
You decide.
I'm gonna go ahead and take Reese's.
I mean, it's kind of
Reese's
a
Cup.
basic pick since you're copying my Reese's Pieces pick, but it's good.
It's a good pick, Andrew. A lot of people like these. Okay. If it wasn't for these, you wouldn't even have yours.
Yeah, but if you have the Reese's Pieces, you can like.
If
put them in
these
your mouth.
weren't so good, you wouldn't have those right
So
now.
you're in the theater with Reese's, right? You got peanut butter and chocolate all over your fingers. You got to lick your fingers off. If you're me and you got Reese's Pieces, you just do this the whole time.
See, I don't even lick my fingers off. I just bring them over to Justin. He does that for me. Woo!
It's probably the loudest I've ever sounded on these mics.
No, I turned
was
your
about to
volume up.
eat it. Like,
I turned your volume up, so hopefully you're just as loud as the rest of us. We'll see. We don't wear the headphones, so no one knows until after.
go. We
Andrew,
got 12 picks left.
your turn.
Back to me.
Yeah, there's gonna be one left.
There is.
There's a couple of good options on here, I think. I feel like my team is rounding out really strong for my personal tastes. I don't know about for
Same.
the audience. I'm gonna go ahead and, out of respect to my good friend Zach, I'm gonna take one of his favorite candies. I'm gonna take the Swedish Fish. Got the Swedish Fish on my
I'm
team.
glad someone else got those. I did not want those on my team.
Swedish Fish are delicious. I love Swedish Fish. I get Zach's vote right there.
My thing with Swedish Fish is I'm like I've never found a piece of food or snack that I've been so indifferent to. Like I can eat them in a social setting, but I would never actually buy them to eat myself, if that makes any sense. Like I don't think
Yeah,
they're
I've-
bad, but I don't think they're great.
Yeah, I would never choose them either.
They just
I like
feel like
Swedish Fish. I feel like I like candies that don't come on too strong. Like
Mm.
I could eat a decent amount of Swedish Fish without feeling like I had way too much sugar.
That's what
'cause-
makes them dangerous.
That's what makes me dangerous.
That's right. Justin,
okay, I get 2 picks.
this looks like cough medicine.
They are delicious, in case you were wondering.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this.
There's some really popular candies left out here too. If you guys can't see them all, Hershey's, Twix, Milky Way, Whoppers, Mike and Ike, Sweet Tarts, Bottle Caps, Almond Joy, Sour Strips, Lifesavers, and of course the
The
delicious
burger.
cheeseburger.
If no one picks the burger, we all have to take a bite out of it.
Nope.
Justin, take one for the team. Bro.
Nope.
Take one for the
At
team.
the same
Justin,
time.
hop on that grenade, bro.
I can't do that.
What would Steve Rogers do?
No, he wouldn't eat it.
Save us, Justin. Save us.
No. I'm going to go for something that I think is very similar to the candy that I mentioned earlier that is not here. Candy that's not here is Milk Duds. But I think Whoppers are the closest thing to that. So I'm going to go Whoppers.
We literally debated between grabbing the Milk Duds or Whoppers too. I thought Whoppers were more popular. I don't eat either of those because I think they're garbage candy.
I don't eat either of them either,
Trash
but
candy.
this is Milk Duds is like Sam's go-to first option. And I have ever since then heard a lot of takes of people like, yeah, Milk Duds and Coke is an unbeatable combo type thing. I will never experience it because I don't want to, but that's
Yeah,
what I picked.
Stop saying Milk Duds because they're not on your team.
The tagline for your candy is
Milk balls.
is the original malted milk balls.
There we
That does
go.
not sound appetizing. Can I have some of the original malted milk balls, please? Extra malted. That sounds unappetizing as all get out. While he munches on his hot tamales. Oh, the super tamale. you gotta knock that whole thing back.
It's a bloater. That's not
Malted
killing me.
milk balls just reminds me of like mothballs or something.
Can you make the wildest candy combo here and take and eat a hot tamale at the same time as a Whopper
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat these.
and a bite of the burger at the same time?
Hot's over there crying. Justin, man,
You get one more, right?
you have another pick, dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get to it.
All right, okay.
You sound like Adam Sandler.
I think I'm gonna make my. I'm about to try.
I'm
Dude,
about to die.
take that burger, kind of calm down your mouth a little bit.
Bro, I can smell the hot cinnamon from his mouth. It's emanating
so
from his mouth.
watery.
There's a heat blast
think-
coming my way.
Come on, man, get it
I
together.
think I'm gonna go classic.
Bro smells like Christmas right now.
Do you need a drink? Oh wait, you don't have one.
You know what would
Got him!
you know what would really wash down that hot cinnamon? Is some Coca-Cola.
Or some cherry Coke at this point.
I'm good. I'm good. I got my drink.
Cherry slush.
All right. I was gonna go classic, but I already have something that's kind of regular chocolate, so I'm gonna go eccentric chocolate with almond joy because it's got coconut and almond built into it. It's one of my wife's favorites, and it actually tastes pretty good.
I'm not gonna have Aaron's back here at all because Aaron's do not spill a single hot tamale. Aaron's giving you barf noises there, but I actually am on your wife's side. I'll say almond joys are damn delicious.
Mhm.
I love me almond joys. I'll take a bag of the minis and just pop them all day long. But I don't think it has a lot of audience appeal, so that's why I've staved it off for so long. I was like, I'll get it if it's really
If
late
you
in the
need
game,
to, yeah.
because I personally like them a lot, and I think they're one of my favorites. Because like I said, I don't like a heavy-handed, like super rich chocolate. I like how this is balanced with like the coconut
Coconut,
flavor. It makes it a little bit more mild, and like it's not like too rich and sweet for me. So I love almond joys, but I think there's a lot of hate for almond joys in the general community. Whenever I say let me get an almond joy, there's always someone there to be like, "What the hell is
What?
wrong with
Yeah.
you?"
I don't think coconut should be anywhere near chocolate.
No, I think it's delicious. Do you ever have like a coconut cream pie? That's delicious.
No,
Nope.
absolutely.
I've never
not.
had that. Coconut can taste very good with some things, but it also can taste like dog shit.
No, I like coconut. I like,
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
I like
Hit or
coconut.
miss.
Dude. Like a chocolate cake, with some coconut.
Dude,
Shaved coconut
you
on
keep
it.
mentioning like worse options.
You get like a
It's
pizza
just
with some
getting
coconut
worse.
on it.
That's right after pineapple. Pineapple and
Worse,
coconut.
worse.
The island fruits. Okay, back to me. There's a lot of good chocolate left on the board. But
Chocolate.
chocolate. Cool Whip. I'm gonna take Cool Whip. I knew I could get it late because you guys didn't even know what it is. But out of respect for the person who suggested this is the love of my life, I'm gonna take the sour strips. I end up eating them because Sierra is obsessed with these. I said she would crawl over broken glass for popcorn. She would crawl over rusty hepatitis-ridden nails for
Should crawl over your dead body.
yeah for sour strips. She loves these things. I literally she takes handfuls of them out of Target because they don't always have them in other stores, and then they pile up in our thing, and she eats them over time. Like she stockpiles these things because they don't sell them everywhere. They are good. I eat them a lot of times because she gets them so much. I'll take one here and there. For me, I said I'm not like a big sour person, so I can't have too much because like it just overstimulates my taste buds. This how
They're
strong the
definitely
flavor is.
one of the better sour candies out there.
They're covered in
You
like,
said
sugar crystals.
we didn't know what these. I know what those are.
Yeah, Aaron knew
Yeah,
of them.
I know what those are. I suggested that we get them today.
Yeah, you noticed them. Sierra had suggested them to me, but you also suggested
I saw them at the store and I was like, "Hey,
Yeah.
what about these?"
You
And you were like, "Oh yeah, Sierra wanted me to get those, and now you have it on your team."
Yeah.
So
you didn't know she suggested
Full
them,
circle.
so you also suggested
I mean, I had an idea that she probably would want them.
Bro, what just happened?
He's just over here eating the
I'm like
pop.
watching a movie right now.
but yeah, they are actually really good. Actually, I'm gonna rip them open. I want you guys to try them because you've had them.
Yeah.
Have you had the rainbow ones?
Yeah.
I've tried every flavor because
I've tried most of them. I haven't tried some of the newer
it's
ones.
literally basically an Airhead Extreme, which everyone likes. Airhead.
Excited. You're like, yes, I
Hold
can. Oh wow.
Yeah, I told you they're covered. In
Here,
sugar
give me
crystals.
one end of that.
We're doing a Lady and the Tramp.
You want
And
one?
they have an easily resealable.
If you want to
bag,
rip it in
which
half,
is
I'll
a
have
nice,
half of it.
Nice little addition. The different bags have like different little mascots on them.
Yeah, the branding is really good.
Yeah. Aaron's neatly folding his like he's doing laundry.
Wait, what? Never mind.
Delicious. I think that's a good pick. I'm happy with it. I needed to round my team out because I didn't have anything really sour. So I got something really sour. It's
Right
strong.
after the cinnamon stuff.
Dude,
Oh man,
tell me how she eats a whole bag of these.
I don't know.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
I feel like after 2 strips, I'd be done for a little bit. Wow.
I normally will have like one, and I need some water.
If you ever need to reset your mouth, just eat one of those.
Yeah, they're
good,
pretty
though.
sour.
They have good flavor, and there's a lot of different options. This is a rainbow one that we have here.
They're probably one of the more sour ones, right?
Yeah.
Out of like other sour candies.
Yes.
What'd you just take?
Sour
Skittle?
Sour Skittle.
I was
How's
sitting
it
on the
compare?
nuggets. Can't even taste
That
it.
one's very
Strong.
That one's like very strong sour. These Skittles and Sour Patch Kids and Trolleys are like a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, I think those are the sweetest. The trolleys.
Yeah.
Out of the sour candies.
Man, like I couldn't even taste like the sour Skittle didn't even taste sour at all.
Oh, do we have time to do another question?
Yeah, let me pick one more. We'll show our teams and then we'll do another question. Okay. My first out of 2 picks is gonna be the candy that I would pick a lot when I was a kid going to the theater. Chill out. And that's gonna be the one that's behind the burger. And it's gonna be Mike and Ike's.
Mike and Ike's. I was wondering when someone was gonna pick that.
Yeah.
I just couldn't
I
pick it
used to
because
slam these
they
as a
look the
kid.
same as hot tamales, so I couldn't pick it.
This was also my first like box candy. I feel like box candy is like movie theater.
Oh, I love the feeling because you can hide them really well because the box candies are small. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
small.
they're just loud, so you have to like
Yeah, they rattle.
walk with intention, you know?
Bro, I put a bag of candy. My pockets were full, and Sierra makes me sneak in the candy because she's like doesn't want to get caught with candy.
She has the purse.
She doesn't bring a purse. She doesn't use a purse.
Oh my gosh.
So she
Rookie
makes me
mistake.
sneak in all the candy. So I put a box candy in like the back of my shorts because I ran out of pockets, and it slipped down, and I can feel it slipping down my leg as I'm walking. Like, and it took so long too. It was like down to my knee pit, down to my ankle. I like bent down and pretend to tie my shoe and like slid it out of there, and I like had to hide it somewhere else. I was in a high pressure situation, bro. I was in a thriller movie. Right, I was like,
Next
oh my
time,
god.
next time you got to put it between the cheeks and squeeze, and then it won't be sliding down your pants.
But that's my question. Are you putting it up on the board?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can see what we picked here. We're up to 9 each. I wanted to ask you guys,
Milk and Ike's.
do you have a funny? I kind of told one of mine, but do you guys have a funny story or a funny item that you have like?
Smuggled in.
I was gonna say snuck in. I don't know what that is, but yeah, that's a better word. Smuggled into the theater.
Yeah, I like that. Justin, do you have one?
I have never personally smuggled anything in, but
Nothing.
there's one experience
He's a child of God.
that my wife, I'm pretty sure she smuggled mac and cheese in. Like a little.
What kind? Like Velveeta?
Like a Velveeta cup. It was like already preheated and something, but
Dang, where'd she
put
put it? Like in her purse?
it in like a bag, a plastic bag inside the purse.
Ma'am, your purse is steaming.
But
Mom!
she's prepared. Every time we go, she has her backpack, her little backpack, and we have like all the candy in there. She brings 2 cans of Coke for each of us. So when we go together, I don't spend money besides the movie ticket. When I go myself, I buy everything like at the theater.
Why?
Wow.
Because what I get is popcorn or
Lame.
nachos. So like
You don't bring candy in with that to
mm-mm.
balance out the popcorn?
I usually just get a Coke or a root beer with movie nachos and or popcorn.
You can also sneak in drinks, by the way.
Yeah, probably the craziest thing I brought into the theater, I was with my mom. We would go to the theater a lot when I was growing up, and this was when McDonald's was having their special of a 50-piece nugget deal. So we got a 50-piece nugget, 2 large drinks, and 2 large fries.
How'd
We
you
put
get the
that thing
drinks
in a
in?
canvas bag, like a Walmart
Yeah.
canvas bag thing.
What's the drinks?
Yeah, we put those in there too.
Yeah, I'd be worried they're gonna spill though.
My mom just took as if it was like her purse, and they just let us in. It was at the Spring Hill Theater.
They don't care that much, to be honest.
Especially back in the day, I
Yeah.
feel like they cared even less than they do now. I mean, this was probably 15 years ago at this
Yeah.
point, you
The
know?
concession is where they make most of their money because a lot of the ticket sales,
Mhm.
like, not that much goes to the theater.
Hmm.
But they're not that strongly.
I'm
The
surprised at the least they didn't smell it.
Yeah.
You know, 'cause
Yeah.
you got 50 nuggets and 2 large fries. Like, it smells
Yeah,
like
but
McDonald's.
if you worked there and you smelt it, are you going to go, ma'am, are you smuggling McDonald's in that bag? I
Yeah.
wouldn't say anything. I'd be awkward.
As a worker, I'm getting paid what at that point, like $7?
Yeah, I'm
An
definitely,
hour?
not, I'm
I'd be
definitely
like-
not jumping on that.
Yeah, like you bringing in something? Okay.
Like if I see it, maybe I'll be like, hey, excuse me, because I don't want to get in trouble.
I still might not say anything.
Yeah, it just depends on the situation.
I just give them the eye. Like, I know that you know that I know that you're taking something in right now.
You don't want your manager to like get on you though. It depends on the situation. Depends if
Yeah.
you be a
If it's too obvious, then
Yeah.
yeah, like, hey, like, I got to do this to you.
So you
Just
can't
bring it out to the car. But when you come back in, just hide it better.
Sir, you can't chug that 2-liter openly in the lobby.
Yeah.
That 2-liter Mountain Dew you're bringing in is not going to fly here, sir.
A big gulp.
But yeah, I mean, I already said mine, but I mean, I've taken, like I said in the Discord, I've taken in leftover like turkey leg or something from Thanksgiving.
That's crazy.
Stuck that in a bag and just ate some turkey out of a bag.
So is it still in the bone, or like you had it off and you're just eating the turkey?
I honestly don't remember. I think it was off the bone though. I think it was off the bone.
Because that would have been crazy. If you're just
drumstick,
eating a drumstick.
like I'm at a like Renaissance fair.
Yeah, or like at Disney or something.
Oh, the massive turkey legs.
Yeah.
I love when they walk in and they see me eating something
Universal.
that they clearly don't sell. Like they're like walking by to do some
I
like.
always bring in my water bottle.
They don't care.
Yeah.
They're allowed to have water. I've had that conversation with a bunch of people. Me and Zach came in. I had a bottled water and he had a Diet Coke. And they said, "Are these good?" And they said, "He's good. You're not." And Zach's like, "What's the difference?" And they're like, "Well, water's fine." They don't care about water.
So funny.
All right. My next pick here. We're coming to the end. Let's see. I think I'm gonna go with kind of get like a hard candy on my team here because we got a good variety going. I'm gonna take the sweet tarts. Bam! There it is. Sweet tarts.
Right out of grandma's purse.
That's right.
Sweet tarts are not appealing to me at all. Now,
Sweet tart.
You don't like them?
ropes.
I think sweet tarts make the pixie dust though. The company makes the pixie dust, right?
Yes.
Because that is delicious.
And the sweet tart ropes actually are pretty good.
Dude, I used to, like I said about Stop and
Little
Play.
stick
They
pick
have
and
have you seen the giant ones that are
Yeah, yeah.
a foot and a half, 2 feet long? I used to just, your whole mouth is blue. Like I used to just drink that whole thing. It was so much sugar. I probably could have had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Before we continue, let's go over our list real quick because we didn't really do that.
Sweet tarts.
So picture screen. Boom. There it is. Oh, that's not full screen. Gosh, why didn't
Well,
you
we're
guys
about to
tell
go
me?
over. We're about to go over the list after.
Well, I
pick
want to
each.
say like what's left here too.
Okay.
It's on the screen at least,
Yeah,
so people
yeah.
can look at the list because there is a lot of options, so it's kind of hard to keep track. But what we have left over right now is bottle caps, Milky Way, Twix, Hershey's, lightsaber gummies, and the most desired burger. Cheeseburger. It's a double cheeseburger. I don't know why it's still on the
And
table.
when Justin
here.
picks that, he gets to take a bite out of it.
No.
I just think, Justin, if you pick it sooner, it's fresher. Just imagine how it's gonna look. And
Not do
you know that crazy looking burger from SpongeBob? Did you guys watch SpongeBob growing up?
No.
Not really.
Who am I sitting in a room with? The 2 people in the world who haven't seen.
I didn't
SpongeBob.
know that you didn't
The
watch
two-
it either.
the two
That's
people
funny.
in the whole world.
In the whole world.
There's literally not a
Hey,
third.
majority rules. More people in this room have not seen SpongeBob.
That's not how that works. You guys are in the minority. I don't
66%.
care where we are.
Order 66.
Is it coming back to me for another pick?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like this is something that a lot of people like. There's 2 things on here I would say a lot of people like. I'm gonna take a Twix.
The burger.
I feel like people love Twix. You know, the whole left Twix, right Twix gimmick, the commercials, and
Hilarious.
the way they snap. Like, there's a very satisfying feel to a Twix. They have a good crunch, delicious caramel nougaty filling along with that wafer like
What?
Nougaties?
nougaty.
Nougaty. Is that
Yeah.
okay,
What is
flavor?
that?
Nougat. You don't know what nougat is?
Is that just a fancy way of saying nugget?
It's like this thing. I'm pretty sure that's a nougat. I mean, I don't.
What's a nougat?
I don't know. Look at
I've
that.
never heard of that in my life.
I swear, like, you guys have so many gaps between the two of you. It's very common.
Between me and Justin, we know nothing.
You know, like a
The
chicken.
only thing we know is editing.
It's a chewy candy made from sugar or honey, nuts, whipped egg whites, and sometimes candied fruit. The word nougat, well, that's the origin.
Nougat. Can you have just nougats?
I mean, yeah, obviously you could.
Hey, can you tell me how you think nougat is spelled,
It's a confection.
No.
please?
I can't tell you how most words are spelled.
One chicken nougat.
Especially
please.
not this made up.
Yeah.
All words are made up. Got it. All right, well, I got my Twix. I feel like that's a good pick. I got some good added chocolate to my team as well, because I think my last 2 picks were like sweet things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where does that bring us to Justin?
Sour strips and sweet.
Yep.
fish.
This is tough.
These are the
Remember, we're all gonna have to take a bite of this if you don't take it.
apparently
I'm not taking a bite of that regardless.
apparently what's left are the undesirables.
You have no choice.
That's what's crazy to me because I honestly expected Hershey's and Milky Way to be out way sooner than they.
Then take it.
They
I would have
been.
bet my life that hot tamales would still be sitting here.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
Dude, he's almost eaten the whole box.
Hold
How
on a
much is
second.
left?
You picked hot tamales at 4.
Yeah,
You picked it like 5 rounds ago.
I'm gonna
Crazy.
keep eating it. You gotta want them.
Your number 4 pick was hot tamales. You picked hot tamales before you picked peanut M&Ms.
Yep.
That is not normal.
What are you taking here, man? You're
He's just
rounding up your
quietly
team. You're taking your whole team right here. This finishes the game for you.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Big
so
decision.
see, I got 4 chocolate items. I'm gonna go
Just over here doing candy math.
Lifesaver gummies.
Well, good choice. Wild berry as well.
I think anyone can find enjoyment out of these. I think they're a good middle ground. They're soft, so they're quiet.
My thing with those is you can eat a lot of them.
Yeah, and they're also. I don't think they're overly sweet.
This is not a good position to be in my opinion, because like the reject stuff is left, and you get 2 picks. Get that burger. It's a double cheeseburger, so it's 2 in 1.
It's a meal item. You don't have one of those yet.
Get that burger. Get that burger.
But
get
a
that
hot
burger.
take. I don't think you should eat meals at a theater.
Yeah, but what if you go?
How
at dinner?
dare you?
What if you go at like 7?
That's the best time.
Eat
to
dinner
eat a
before,
meal.
eat dinner after.
No.
If I'm going to the theater, I don't I don't want to have. Granted, I've never done it, so like I've never
never know.
actually had a meal. I think
There's
the
so many
closest
thing
thing I've
that
had is.
you just haven't
Ooh.
tried. Why don't like you
I
gotta?
just realized we
you
haven't.
gotta, like-
we didn't have pretzel on here.
Oh, soft pretzel. We talked about it too, and then we forgot.
Yeah.
That was a good.
That would have
one.
been a good addition.
That's
That's
probably
not
the
sitting in
closest.
the candy aisle, you know. So we
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
think of
But
it
that's
when
probably
we're-
like the closest thing to being like actual food that I would eat in a theater. But anyway,
You gotta like.
live a little.
We're
man.
gonna make you branch out more.
live a little.
Never even tried a meal in a theater.
You need
I
to go
just
to the
had no
theaters with
desire
us.
to. Like if I'm going to the movie theater, I want to first of all obviously watch the movie. Second of all, the snack or a drink I get.
I mean, I can
don't
watch
wanna,
a movie while
What's
Yeah, but
eating
like
chicken nuggets.
what's the
I
other
just-
thing you said you didn't try? There's something you said you had never done before. You've never snuck candy into a movie theater. Never
Snucking.
snucken.
I mean,
Smuggled.
like with my wife, yeah, I've asked her like, hey, get me
You've
this.
been an
and then-
accomplice.
yeah, like
Like stood next to
I've
somebody
just-
else doing it.
I've
But
never,
you
yeah, I've
never
never, like,
bared the
done it.
heat yourself.
No, because all I've
Besides
eaten
the
is
hot tamale.
Bared. See, now I got you.
Ooh, nice.
Bear.
Touche.
Toy Story.
Oh my god.
The claw.
Man, this is tough because you have 2 bars on here that I thought would be gone sooner. One candy.
Look
that
how
I've
well
never-
this fits with your team.
Oh my goodness. It's like a
Shut up.
made in heaven.
This is going.
Look at that bun. Look how good the
I
bun
think
is.
it's hilarious too that literally the last movie theater experience I had with Andrew, he had a burger.
And you still haven't picked it.
It's that burger.
It does make it look way less appetizing
Yeah.
than it actually is.
At least the nuggets still look fresh from where I'm sitting.
I just don't want that sitting amongst all my delicious looking stuff.
Yeah.
Devaluing it.
Okay, I think I'm going to go with one of the most iconic chocolate pieces known to mankind. That's Hershey's.
That's crazy. At 11th round, at the 11th hour.
I did not think it would make it this long. I really
I think it
thought
should
you
have been
guys.
picked a lot sooner, yeah.
I thought either of you were going to take it in like the 4 to 5 to 6
I've
area.
thought about it a number of times.
It's just so
It's just-
plain.
yeah.
So boring.
But it's also classic.
I wouldn't ever get it for like I'm not gonna sit there and break off pieces of Hershey's bar. That's me personally.
I've had it a few times at the theater,
I wouldn't.
but not in a while.
It's like just plain chocolate. I don't know. Not for me. Like Reese's.
I
iconic,
prefer dark chocolate over just milk chocolate.
I like milk chocolate better.
I like both. I'd probably say I prefer milk chocolate, but dark chocolate is almost up there.
Yeah.
Dark chocolate sits with my stomach a little better.
Yeah, because of the milk.
Probably would
Yeah.
too. It just doesn't taste as good.
All right, back to my turn. My final pick, the 11th pick. I think we all know that I'm not taking these ugly-looking bottle caps for this disgusting-looking burger. I will take the Milky Way. Milky Way is another candy that pairs well with the Twix. It's got a delicious nougaty filling, delicious caramel filling, and it's also kind of got the same filling in there, that mousse kind of filling that the Musketeer has.
Yeah.
So it brings a lot to the table. It's just not as busy as the Snickers bar because it doesn't have nuts. So delicious candy. I love Milky Way. I'm glad to have it on my team, especially to get to pick it so late and not have to take something like bottle caps. You know.
feel like I haven't had Milky Way in a very, very long time.
I think I tried Milky Way around the same time I tried Three Musketeers, and they were, like you said, they taste very similar. But I'd always go Three Musketeers over Milky Way.
When Halloween comes
Probably
around,
too.
when Halloween comes around is the only time I'd have like most of these.
Right.
Like
Never
I don't
tried a
go
Twix.
and I don't go and buy a bunch of candy
Did you
bars.
say you've never tried a Twix?
Mm-mm.
Fine.
Yeah,
How'd you manage that?
I just haven't. I don't really eat
how many
chocolate that much, so
never had a Twix in your
Okay.
whole life.
it's kind
Okay.
of been intentional. Just
Even
like
I've
some
had
movies
it.
I haven't
I
watched.
don't
Like,
even eat candy.
I've never tried a Twix. I, at one point, never tried a Snickers until my wife forced me to eat it.
Do you just get like forced?
Yeah.
down.
Because I
Try
told
this
her,
delicious chocolate bar.
I told her, I'm like, I just want to be that guy that said he's never tried a Snickers his entire life. She's like, no. that's
Do you
not
just
gonna
get?
happen."
Do you just get like more habit driven? Like, do you just get like, oh, I like this and stick with it? Like, you're loyal to stuff. Is that why you're not trying like these?
100%. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
It's like turned into a therapy session. So do you find yourself anxious during new experiences?
Yeah. Just like trying new restaurants. Sometimes you have that bad first experience. And you're like, screw it. This is
Yeah.
why I don't go anywhere new. And then you just keep going to the same place every time.
That's why you don't.
Or even then, when you go to the same place, you always get the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've done that a few times. Like going to Chili's, I'd get something different. I'm like, wow, this was not nearly as
feel like you
enjoyable
just-
as the Crispers.
Like he had to throw it in.
Did
This
you-
man loves chicken tenders, if you haven't
Did
realized.
you Is this why you don't try new movies like The Departed?
Not necessarily,
Or
but
Toy
there are
Story.
there are some movies that I just haven't seen, and it's kind of become a thing where it's like, if I never see it, my life would still be the same.
Mm-mm.
And it would also be like kind of fun to be like, yeah, I've never seen that. Because Star
Fun
Wars
for
is a
who?
huge one for me.
I've never seen Toy Story.
Yeah, that's
That's
tough. It's like one of the best trilogies out there, I'd say. Wouldn't you agree?
It's a quadrilogy now, about to be whatever you call a fifth
Quintilogy.
quintilogy.
Pentilogy.
I think it's a franchise at that point,
Pentilogy.
yeah.
You also love The Incredibles, and this is like another great Pixar animated movie. So I don't know why you wouldn't like follow that up, chase it with Toy Story.
Why would you not follow Incredibles up with Toy Story? Well, Toy Story came out in 99, no, Toy Story 2, 99, that's insane.
It's
Yeah.
insane. It holds up pretty good.
I wouldn't know, but
All right, anyways, my last pick.
I wonder what it's going to be.
Audience, take your bets now. Put your money in. Final bets. Aaron's got bottle caps
Can't see
and
bottle caps.
this gourmet cheeseburger before him.
So I do like cheeseburgers a lot. However, I don't think it's a very good theater food because you have to like hold it the entire time. With chicken nuggets or tenders, I can kind of pick it up,
Yeah.
take a bite, put it
To be
down.
clear, hold
My
it-
hands don't get messy.
Hold it the entire time. Aaron means because Aaron eats.
I eat
so
really slow.
It's like watching ice melt.
It really is.
Like I was done with my burger almost by the time the trailers were done.
Yeah, but you had to hold it your entire experience, and then your hands are all.
I also don't get what you
greasy.
mean because I can put a burger down just like I can put a chicken tender down. I don't know what that means. There wasn't like a theater employee with a gun to
Yeah,
my
but
head.
then
Like,
the
don't you
bun
put that?
slide.
It depends
you
how
know,
messy
like,
it is. Like
yeah,
how many
like-
toppings there are. That definitely changes whether you have to keep holding it or.
Thank you, Justin. I appreciate the
If it's
assistance
something like
here.
this, I think you can put it down because this thing
It's
is
frozen solid.
That, oh,
You hit it with a hammer and it like rings like a
Oh,
ball.
no, please.
it's like the Blizzard test.
I'm gonna take the bottle caps.
It's like stuck, dude.
My dad lived. Okay, that's gross. Please put it.
It
down.
looks like a stock burger.
Please put it down. It's not even real.
Why
It's
you-
just CGI.
It's AI.
I'm gonna take the bottle caps. My dad basically lived off of these when I was a kid. He would have them all the time. They're pretty good, and they taste like the soda that they're flavored after.
I need to try one.
You want to try one?
I've never heard of those, and I have a huge skepticism that they even taste mildly good.
That is gross.
That could be
So are we all taking a bite out of that, or what?
It could be a weapon.
That's crazy.
It's like the bowler hat guy.
Make sure it doesn't look like I'm doing a trick here.
Oh man, see, these aren't even shaped like actual bottle caps. I thought they were gonna.
Yeah, they are.
I thought
pissed.
no, I thought they were gonna be like the way it looks on there. Like it looks like the bottom is indented in like a bottle cap.
Well,
but
I
it's
mean,
just
it's
the
got like
top.
the ridges on the top.
Wait, so which one did I get?
Root beer, it looks like.
Oh,
Either
yeah.
root beer or cola.
Oh, you chew them. That's aggressive.
Yeah. What else do you do with candy?
Suck on
Just suck on it?
I'm notorious for chewing any candy that's supposed to be sucked on for a while.
You guys bite sweet tarts as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's another one that's hard candy?
Did you like it?
That's pretty good. I couldn't tell what that was though.
You want to try more? I can't see like where they're at here. There you go. Two.
It'd be cool if a
You
real.
wanna try
it'd be-
one?
I'm good. It'd be cool if a real soda company made their version though. You know, because these are like generic root beer, cherry, cola. Like if Coke and Pepsi made their own, it would be like their actual flavors. It'd be Coke flavored, Sprite flavored. You know,
True.
that'd be cool.
As
to
if
see.
they're not making enough money.
I think having two different ones back to back or together tasted better than just one solo.
Yeah, I think small handful is the way to go with
Yeah.
bottle caps.
Who do you guys think has the strongest team out here?
Me.
Uh,
Especially for like, I feel like we all did a pretty good job of like drafting like our favorite stuff. So I feel like all of us would probably pick our own teams.
I'm a big lover of soda, so like taking soda first is not a negative for me. I try not to have soda in the house because I have like a soda problem if soda's in the house.
All right, yeah, our picks are on the screen right now. Justin, you want to recap your team?
all right, I got popcorn, Sour Patch Kids, gummy bears, hot tamales, peanut M&Ms, Three Musketeers, Nerds, Whoppers, Almond Joy, Lifesaver gummies, and Hershey's chocolate bar.
Bro has the absolute wild card team. He has Almond Joy, Whoppers, hot tamales, all on the same team.
And
Hot,
gummy bears. I feel like
Hot
that's an
tamale-
interesting
You got
combo.
Swedish fish,
Whoa, we haven't recapped
Reese's
his teams
Pieces,
yet.
and sour strips that are like sour
hold on,
strips
hold
are
on.
not even
did
known.
you just list Reese's Pieces as like a wild card pick?
Not
Like
a
one of the most
wild,
popular candies on earth.
not a wild card, but it's like the same thing as that. It's just in a different format. At least,
Oh, Reese's. You're
Yeah.
pointing at Reese's.
yeah.
Right?
At least, yeah. Like this.
No one can see us right now, guys.
Oh. Okay. Let's just name your list.
So I'm Andrew. I have the winning team, but also soda, nachos, Reese's Pieces or Reese's Pieces, M&Ms, Wildberry Skittles, Airheads, Trolleys, Night Bright Gummies, and Swedish Fish, and Sour Strips, Twix, and the Milky Way candy bar.
And then for my team, Aaron, I have chicken tenders, an icy Skittles, Kit Kat, Snickers, sour Skittles, Crunch Bar, Reese's, Mike and Ike's, Sweet Tarts, and bottle caps. I'm happy with my team. I like that.
I feel like I'm really happy with especially like my top half. My first four, I feel like are all really iconic candies. To have soda, nachos, Reese's Pieces, and M&Ms in the top four, I feel like it's the strongest top four on here, especially considering Justin's number four is hot tamales.
I don't know.
I don't think it's.
I'd argue mine's a little bit more well-rounded there. I also have a drink, got a meal just like you. Nachos,
Nachos
yeah.
and chicken tenders.
But then Skittles and Kit Kats are
Yeah, yours is
different. Like the Reese's
yeah.
Pieces and M&Ms are pretty close.
Yours is pretty strong. I feel like yours is close. I feel like Justin's is definitely more like unique, which sometimes draws in a crowd. It sometimes
He's
draws in a
got
crowd.
three like gummy type candies right away in his top four.
Sour
there.
Patch Gummy Bears, hot tamales.
Yeah.
I mean, hot tamales aren't gummies. Have you even?
What
eaten
are
them?
they?
They're
They're hot tamales.
They're like Mike and Ike's. They're
Yeah,
like
which
a
is
mix of hard.
Closer
and
to like a
soft.
gummy than like Skittles,
He's-
Kit Kats,
yeah.
Reese's,
It's the
M&Ms.
same
He's
type
just
of
talking about like the
Skittles.
consistency of
Yeah.
the candy, like the.
Calm down.
It's the same type of Skittles. Skittles aren't gummies. Hot tamales are the same thing. You bite into the initial
Skittles?
hardness of it, and then it's soft on the inside, just like a Skittle.
I feel
I
like
mean-
Skittles have a little different experience,
guys-
but I see where you're coming from.
You guys let me get M&M at 4, and M&M's one of the most famous candies like in existence.
I mean, so are Skittles,
I mean, you
Kit
could say that
Kats, and
about like
Snickers,
60%
and
of this list.
yeah. Even Hershey's at 11 is pretty crazy. I feel like
Yeah, I was the one that
Even
had
if
to
it's-
take it because I tried to let you guys take it because I didn't want that on my list.
so. You don't even like your list.
No, I do like Hershey's. It's just like if I knew that it was going to take that long, I would have taken it way earlier. Hot tamales, I don't think is a hot take because
But it is a hot tamale.
it's. I've
He's
eaten.
eating the whole
I've
box.
eating half these, but you never said anything.
You eating
about
you
your
eating the
opinion
box
about
does not make that.
No, but
not
like,
a
what
hot
did you
take.
think of it? You
It
thought
did-
it was fine.
It did not. I mean, no, it didn't taste like candy. It tasted
Just
like, you know where,
All right, I guess I gotta eat these now.
like when there's like, it tastes like it's like gum. It's like feels like I'm swallowing gum. You
Gum
know,
isn't insanely good.
gum in general is good, but like What's that? What's the gum that has that flavor? It's like the spicy cinnamon gum. Like I'm not swallowing that. I don't. Like I don't want
So
to.
do you think like Mike and Ike's are like gum, or you just mean like that taste, that flavor?
Flavor reminds
okay.
me of the specific that gum
Yeah.
that is the cinnamon flavor gum.
What was the one of yours that tastes like cough medicine?
Wildberry Skittles are hugely
That's
popular.
what it was. The Skittles. Yeah.
Wildberry Skittles are insanely popular.
They are popular. I wouldn't pick them.
You guys are really tripping on this.
All right.
I feel very.
How do you guys feel? This was fun. We got a lot of variety of candies and options here. What do you think the audience is going to go for? Justin, my man, struggling over here.
I really don't know who the audience is going to go for. I think all three lists are pretty solid. I don't think any of us can actually say that we have the definitive one because I think each of us got some good picks.
I think this is the
only
biggest draft
one
we've ever done.
The
that
most
I'm
picked.
strangely weird about is your list because of the chicken tenders and because you have two different types of Skittles.
So if you guys both could pick someone else's list but not your own, you both would pick mine. Aaron doesn't want to say it out loud.
I would pick the one in the middle. Yeah.
That's me.
Yeah. If I could
Justin,
pick one.
you saying that I picked Skittles and sour Skittles is like too close. I feel like
But it's also a combination.
that's not the brand's fault that they just made a good sour candy. You have, again,
it's-
Sour Patch Kids, Gummy Bears, Hot Tamales. Those are all kind of the same thing, right
It's
back to back.
also-
And Lightsaber Gummies.
It's also
Those are all kind of the same thing.
It's also in comparison, in
Very different
congruence
flavors, though.
with chicken tenders being all of a sudden considered a snack and not just food. And icy is definitively not the better drink than soda when you're at the theater.
I would.
He picked soda first, so he has to agree. And anyone
Those
you
are
talk,
fighting words there,
anyone
Justin.
you-
I love me an icy.
and you okay, yeah, you can love it. I'm not saying like you can't love it. I'm just
And
saying,
McNeil.
I'm-
McNeil, that was for you.
I think. The
Sorry I
icy,
didn't pick the burger.
I think the icy. I think the icy is situational. That's why I wouldn't have picked the icy first because I feel like an icy sometimes. Like I'll always take a soda to watch a movie. I think icy is really good when it's time for an icy. But like if I'm going to see a movie at noon, I probably don't want it.
When you're in the, I feel like noon is a good time for an icy. Coming in from the
I'm
hot.
gonna feel sluggish
Hot
the rest of the
outside.
day. For
I think you're
that
the type of
dense
guy
syrup.
who would drink an icy almost like any time of day, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that does yeah.
personal. Taste,
I've, like,
personal taste.
Probably had like 3 in my entire life because I'm just not a big icy guy or
Jeez.
slushy guy. Like
That's
I'd rather
crazy.
have a smoothie. But
I can see audiences rallying around Aaron's team because he has the Reese's Cups, two different kinds of Skittles, Kit Kats, and Snickers. Which I think, if you're a candy bar person,
Those are some big names right there.
if you're like particularly a chocolate person, that's a lot of good chocolate on one team. But I think if you want like, if you were to look at 4 more different kinds of things, then you would maybe look more at me and Justin's team. But Aaron has a lot of the best candy bars, like right in the middle of his list, jam packed. Well, like some of the really popular candies, because I also included Skittles in there.
Mhm.
Those are very popular candies.
This was a lot of fun. Thanks again to Jay for sponsoring this episode and allowing us to actually have all of the candy here in person.
about to be in a coma.
Yeah.
I've eaten so many.
Our
hot
stomachs,
tamales.
thank you.
Yeah, his argument for the hot tamales is I'm dying. They're so good, I can't.
But I
breathe.
also ate all the popcorn and half the gummy bears.
I feel like you did eat the most of your list out of the 3 of us.
Yeah, I really just ate my.
That says something.
I ate my Reese's Pieces, my Skittles. I ate like basically all of my nachos, but I didn't like want to open up too. Oh, I didn't want to open up too much of my candies.
In all fairness, I drank an icy before I
Yeah.
drafted this icy.
Oh, I drank a lot of my Coke too. That was my first pick.
All right.
Now, who wants to watch us all eat the burger?
I can't do it.
Are you going to do it?
I can't.
Are you going to do
I
it?
think I would actually vomit.
I'll do what Justin does.
I
Same.
can't do. That looks like
Justin.
it, that looks like it has
Justin,
mold on it.
Justin.
We'll eat it off camera.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get it on the phone.
That's on the Patreon.
Thank you so much for
There you go.
clicking on this video and watching. It means the world to us. We love you guys. Thank you for. Make sure that you hit the subscribe because then we extra love you guys, especially Justin.
And vote for your favorite team. Who do you think got the best collection of movie theater snacks?
Yeah, you guys have seen the list on the screen there, so make sure to go back to that and pick the favorite team and vote. That's what makes this so much fun, is because we can shit talk.
Bragging
each other.
rights.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most valuable reward one can get.
Make sure that
It's
you
like
check us out on all of our other social media platforms. We do post daily on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Reels, Threads, all over the place. Make sure that you go into our Discord and join there because we can talk about the show. We can talk about all kinds of different movies, TV shows, comics, and different content. We're all in there, as well as a bunch of other people that have been friends of the show and some other people who are fans of the show as well.
I have to say, it's been pretty active the last few
Super
weeks, too. There's always like conversations going on. And if you're not keeping up with everything, there's something going on in there that you can have fun with. What? Yeah.
When you're like off for 30 minutes, I swear there's like 100 messages all of a sudden
Yes.
pop up.
Yes, which is fun.
Yeah.
And maybe a little overwhelming.
I try to read all of them. It's hard. I try to stay on top of it, but we're always in there.
Also, that's a good place for recommendations for episode topics like this one. This was a recommendation.
Thanks,
and then
guys.
we also put like polls in there too of what we should actually include in this episode. So it's a lot of fun. You can kind of interact with us and the show a little bit more in that Discord.
Yeah, and what other plugs were we missing? We recently put out a short film and a behind-the-scenes video explaining how we did it in just a day with very low budget. It's called Buried Alive. You can go back and check that out in our recent videos.
That was a lot of fun.
Jinx.
All three of us are actually in that film. So be sure to go check that out. We post new full episodes every Monday and Thursday. And I think that kind of covers all the housekeeping stuff for this episode. Thanks so much for watching, and that's a wrap.
Feels like it's